6 Music, and we are so happy to have Pavement with us this afternoon. Hello, Maida Vale.
Hello.
Hello.
We are very excited to hear your session after 6:30. The return of Pavement, but it's your first ever session for BBC Radio 6 Music, but not your first time at Maida Vale, right? You must have some memories of being in that studio.
Oh, yeah. We did with Mr. John Peel. And, I mean, we went down to the cellar today, my friend.
We remember the commissary.
Oh, well, it's great to have you back recording for us. Having completed the tour, 4-night residency at the Roundhouse in London, several other dates as well. How was the tour, Stephen? Are you glad that you came back to play the UK?
Yeah, dude, we started in Leeds.
Yeah.
We hopped up to Glasgow, then down to its sister. Maybe they don't get along, but they're still sisters, Edinburgh, and then Manchester, and now laying waste to London.
Tell me about the gigs. I mean, do you have a standout? I know it's difficult, but you know, by the time this interview goes out, you'll have left the country, so it's safe to tell us your favourite gig from this UK run of dates.
You know what? There's not a best one, really. They truly are all my children. They're all good in a different way. The first one coming in super jet lag, there's something magical about that. Landing in Leeds to like complete insanity, Yorkshire style. To me, that was my favorite Leeds.
Yeah, who shouted Barrowlands? Was that Bob?
Bob. Yeah, Bob did.
Yeah, we all love Barrowlands.
Tell me then, Scott, maybe, I mean, did playing these run of dates bring back memories of the last time Pavement were here so long ago now?
Oh, yeah. The memories came flooding back. Sticky floors, warm beer. Yeah, just really fun times.
And Steve, we heard reports from our indie detectives, Emily Pilbeam from BBC Introducing in Leeds, spotted you collecting glasses at the end of the night. Is this true?
Probably. I like to clean up a lot. I don't want us to have that kind of like torn up dressing room look at the end of the night, so I try to pick up.
Well, it went down particularly well. She said it's the nicest thing she's ever seen a band do. So that's really good. Stephen, tell us a little about the songs played on this tour. I mean, all the reviews I've read talk about the kind of the reinterpretations of Pavement songs. This wasn't a greatest hits tour. People were saying, this clearly wasn't a let's just make some quick cash and get out of town. You were really thinking about your back catalogue. How did you go about selecting songs each night of the tour?
Bob's involved in that heavily. He's a sound check set list maven. He completely puts us on edge and our toes and inspires us all at once with like random songs that you never expected you'd play again. Sometimes I consider some of the people in the group to be better fans and more appreciators of the music and what people might want to hear than myself, so I think that's why we're doing that.
And Bob, did you listen to fans? Was there an element of asking fans what they wanted to hear for the tour?
To an extent, you get a lot of requests on social media, but for this tour, we started practicing really sort of days in advance, more practicing than we usually do, and so we were able to have the time in Portland to learn maybe 6 songs, so we have like an arsenal of in the 60s, and with Rebecca in the band now, it allows us to play a lot of songs way better than we used to be able to play them, and then also probably another 10 to 12 songs that we really couldn't take a swing at all. So having her on board is opened up a lot of avenues for us. So when we do 4-day runs in New York and London, you want to have a lot of variety. We're pretty well aware that people come to 2, 3, and 4 shows, super enthusiastic people, and we don't want them to see the same set every night. So it's a bit of a challenge, but I enjoy challenges. Yeah.
We're going to hear the session after 6:30. There's some incredible shredding going on in the background already at Maida Vale doing this chat, which sounds great. But first, I have to say your support bands for this tour have been incredibly exciting. The Lovely Eggs were there, the Bug Club. Who else have you enjoyed?
Crack Cloud was great.
Yeah,
Pictus Trail was amazing. Pictus Trail was fantastic.
Richard Dawson.
Bull
Can you believe it?
York.
It was really fun choosing them, and they've all delivered both in the States and here. So, sometimes it's like walking on hot coals, so it adds to the challenge.
So, Pavement, should we play one of the support bands that were with you on this UK run of dates?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you could play all of them and skip our session.
Let's listen to a track by Richard Dawson.
Okay, then, chosen by Pavement this afternoon here on Six Music, then. A recent support guest for the band. This is Richard Dawson. Richard Dawson, chosen by our guests this afternoon. Pavement play live after 6:30, their first session for Six Music. And we mentioned the amazing support bands you had on tour, Beak and the Bug Club as well. Can you tell me about the promotion of this tour and the independent nature? I know you had Nathan from the Brudenell Social Club involved and in charge of this tour. Was that important for you?
I know that's
We know that he's respected. I mean, we've heard a lot of good things about him and about his club. I guess, is it in Leeds?
I played there.
Yep.
And people have said really good stuff about that, so he seems like a good
He's
person to
totally
have involved.
nice. He comes back in
Really
the dressing
friendly
room and just like talks to us as one of us, which he is, I suppose.
Does that help the overall kind of feeling and vibes of the tour, though, that you've reached a point in your musical careers now where you can set out the rules and make things as comfortable in your own independent way for you as you want it to be?
I don't know if we always do. I think we do. We like the people we work with, and like the bands are cool. I imagine, there is some level where you just in the like big time you get thrown on with adversaries. You maybe put some tacks on stage, maybe the other band steps on them, and you like move ahead.
Festival season. Under the big tent.
We're in a good. We're in like a place where of mutual respect and amen to that, right?
Oh, absolutely. A huge amen to that.
Yeah.
We loved reading about the exhibition as well. Pavement, 1933 to 2022, a pavement museum. Who can tell us about this and the idea behind this?
Mark?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's part of preparation for a film that's being shot about us, and it was a museum that was put together with
Some
a
curators.
lot of interesting ephemera, pavement ephemera, and then we happened to be there on a day when a few bands covered some of our music, and it was just only up for a few days, but it was really nice. Ended up being part of the film set for this upcoming Pavement film.
When can we expect to see that film? Do you know? Okay.
Alex Ross Perry is the
Just
producer.
look for it at the Cannes Film Festival.
Okay. We will keep an eye out.
I'd say circa 2025.
Okay, one for the diary, definitely. This
gotta
all
see.
started in the beautiful climes of Barcelona for Primavera Festival. What a great place to kick off the return gigs. What happens now? What do you do as a band now? Do you go back to life before this tour, or what happens?
We hang out for a while, then we go to Japan in maybe February, and then on to Australia. Then we return to some semblance of normal.
And then
life.
back to the grindstone.
Yeah.
But
Sunday, Malcolm is here. It's her 15th birthday. Happy birthday, Sunday.
That's right. My daughter's here. She just turned 15.
Yeah, we got my kids here too. Willie's here, and we'll be going back to being parents for a while between shows.
And what's it like taking your kids on tour and showing them sites that you'd seen almost in a previous life? Is it quite surreal?
I had the kids on tour with me. I didn't really show them the sites that we'd been to before, but I kind of showed them what it was like to be on tour with a band, and they I was like, come on kids, get your act together, we're gonna play tonight, and then we're gonna get up early and we're gonna play tomorrow. It was a real pleasure to have the kids, everybody's kids on tour. It's just real special.
And have they enjoyed it, or have they been bored?
What do you say, guys? They like it. They like it.
Yelps of delight, which is great. This is brilliant. We are so happy that you can play for us after 6:30. What will you play for us today at Maida Vale Pavement? What can we expect?
We're going to play a smorgasbord of like proper tunes. I call them propers. And then we have a couple of chestnuts, but mostly propers from all 4 albums.
Well, we can't wait to hear the session. It's coming up after 6:30. Thank you so much for talking to me. Best of luck with the rest of the world tour as well. Pavement, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Pleasure to be back at Maida Vale.
Bye-bye.